Oh, I need to say hi to the ladies,
Hi, ladies. Hello.
gentlemen,
Oh,
people of the internet. Welcome back to the Escape Route, the podcast where an ordinary man learns the ways and routes of the extraordinary. My name is Clement Spoctor. I am joined as ever behind the camera by Egan Angelo, and today, producer, writer now as well,
yes, great.
and not too new, rapper,
Oh, wow, yes. Oh,
but most
forgot about
famously,
that.
uh, a South African legendary actor. You've seen him, of course, in Saint Worcester, number 37, Four Corners, and something that I want to say, but I want to ask you about it
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
is the American CIA hit Showtime thriller show Homeland.
Homeland. Yo, I was a long time geleden. Homeland. I was in Homeland, yeah.
You were in Homeland,
You
and
know,
my question, sorry, before
yeah. Yeah?
I let you go. My questions about Homeland are the experience, of course, overall, how that came about, and was it you or a stuntman who gets to beat Mandy Patinkin's head
That's a
against the
funny
railing?
fucking story. I was a, can I swear?
Yes.
He was a puss. I couldn't stand working with a guy.
What?
This was a funny story about that piece of shit. Sorry.
Here we go.
We walked on set, and so I have to spend a lot of time with a guy,
Yeah.
right? So, and you know, when you're an actor, you spend time with people, you talk to them, you hang out, because I don't care if you are the A list or B lister, you can speak, you know, and as long as I'm not disturbing you or you're not disturbing me, and we're hanging out. So, and then it was it was an odd thing, and I know I swore now, but this is not a
No, no,
thing
no.
that bugged me. We
Yeah.
walked into the room, and now we'd spent some time together offset. And we walk into this room, we'll be holding him hostage. And
Yeah. At the
then
start of
there
the
are
episode.
all this Arabic writing on the wall.
Mm.
And then I think I expressed to him beforehand, it came to the talking of, oh yeah, I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if his tune changed when when I spoke to him. When we walked into the room and he goes, so you can read this. So now there's Arabic
Yeah.
writing on the wall. And I said, yeah, well, I'm not so good. I mean, I was very terrible at madrasa, but I can. And then his whole tune changed with me. He didn't speak to me that much. I don't know if it was that. I up until today, I want to know. But that fight scene.
Yeah. In the van.
So we had. I don't know if you guys know when you do when you do fighting, it's like a dance. You do it slow. 1, 2,
Choreograph.
3, 4, 5, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And I was doing it to the T, but the guys. This was the day after when we had to do that scene. We did it, and I was doing it like I was supposed to do it, and he was like, he got upset. He was like, "Why are you?" And I was like, "No, I'm doing the moves." And then at the second or third take, the guy was just this guy's hitting me. I thought, "Not the fuck, I'm not hitting you, bro."
What?
And I swear to God, the whole production just came whoop on me, and they were like, "No." And then ek het maar net ek het maar net my mond gehou. I walked away, and they put a stuntman in there. And the stunt.
That's why it cuts.
The stunt,
back.
the stuntman did it. Yes, up until today. I mean, you can ask any actor that's ever worked with me. You studied drama yourself. Ons weet om 'n stunt te doen. You don't do the work.
Yes.
You let the other actor do the work,
Yes.
and you're making it. So
Like
as he's
dance.
hitting me, he does the thing, whatever, you know, whatever.
yeah,
And I'm just faking it as best as I
Yeah.
can to sell it. And I'm upset that he did that. That's why I swore.
I can imagine.
At the beginning, was een
Because
beetje
that's-
kwaad nogal, ja.
In enige Afrikaans gegooid. Enige Afrikaans naar het gegooid uit.
Nee, ik het. No, look, you try and be as professional as possible on the day.
But I mean-
because there's a lot to get through, and you don't want to cause a disruption, so you let production do its thing. But yeah, it was nogal een beetje.
Dink jy hy is net down na die power wat hy het as 'n main
I
character
think
of so.
you know, yes, there's a hierarchy that I've never seen on that show that you see in those actors. The lady was good. I liked her. She was. She stayed in character. She was quiet. Ayuk, you know, he stayed in character, whatever. But there's a way to be with your
Yes.
fellow actors. You know, I don't think I've ever been a doos on set. Besides the fact that I don't speak a lot on set, though. I must be honest. Before a scene, ek praat nie baie nie.
Intentionally?
Ja, ek try my. Ek kan nie. Ek weet nie hoe doen. I don't know how actors can laugh next to me right now and go action and then they go, ek sê hy goed is ook mal goed. Those people are crazy. I'm sorry, but I mean, I have to stay in the zone and understand my motivation, what's going on in the scene, who I am, the hierarchies, who I'm afraid of, there's too much to go on. So I focus, I try.
You
Focus.
apply your process. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be a cuck actor if I don't. Well, I'm not saying I'm a great actor.
You are a great actor. I can tell you that as a fan. So.
But shukran.
No, you just have to take it. You just have to.
Yeah, but I mean, it's work. It's work, And,
yes.
and I'm a kind of guy. If you don't see me focusing, you're not gonna get the best out of me. And I've done some cuck things where I go, that was terrible. I'm always.
It's the life of an artist,
Yeah. Maar ja, dat was nogal interessant.
Yo, dat is interessant.
Hij was het doos.
Holy shit.
Ik denk hij was het doos. Ik zal zeggen, hij was een poes.
Sorry. Zijn naam is Mandy.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't even know his name.
His name is I found out
I'm terrible with actors' names.
In preparation for this, I found out his name is Mandy Patinkin.
That's a cool surname.
Mandy Patinkin. Sorry.
Patinkin.
Yeah.
Well, hey Mandy, how's it? But yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mandy Patinkin. Look, I don't know actors' names. Ik ken niet zijn naam.
En was dat overseas geskiet? Sorry.
Nou, is het die geskiet. Somewhere we shot somewhere in Cape Town, but he was a complete twist to me. And you go, is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm whatever? So I went, is it because I'm Muslim? Is it because I now showed you I can read these things and I'm Muslim? I don't know. If you now really thought I was a real terrorist. No, it was a show, I didn't want to kill you. I wasn't going to blow you up. I was just doing the work,
The whole thing is...
I'd love to know his part of it, if ever.
If we ever see him,
Ja, ik wil graag weten hoe komt hij zo kwaad geraakt.
I wonder if others have same stories about him.
And he had this febrile, this guy, and I thought, what the fuck? You just step back and you go, whoa, okay.
Yeah, I can see him go that way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ja, my bro, that was a strange thing.
Maar you did your thing though.
Yeah,
You
know I must be honest, I don't know if you ever heard of Moonyin Lee. She's a casting agent, and she was the one that I didn't want to play a terrorist ever, and then she insisted I must do this job. I said I ever don't, because Muslims are always seen as that, and they said you got to do this job. She knew I was married at the time, and me and her. She phoned me one night and she spoke to me for probably 40 minutes at night, saying you got to do this role. And she was a casting agent that used to smoke a cigar. Very interesting, but she's passed. She's now late.
Wow.
Moonin.
Sounds like a character.
Ja, sy was hectic geweest, ja. Maar sy toe insist you gotta do this role. I think it's great for you. I thought, okay, cool, let me do it. I was still living in a Nova Park at the time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Cause
Still
van die
living
park.
at
Yeah.
the time? Yes.
Yeah. I still own that property.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't
nice.
live there. Yeah.
You go there sometimes.
I now live in a freestanding house since.
There it goes.
Yeah. I see me
Routes have been escaped to.
Yeah.
See, that's what we're learning.
Oh,
here
is this
yeah?
We escaped from the semi-detached.
Yes.
How is this? The
No,
escape route.
that's so interesting, man. They and so were you then? What convinced you finally to say okay?
I insisted. Look, this was 2000, and I insisted they pay me a fuckload of money.
Nice.
And then I was like, okay, cool.
No,
And it wasn't even a lot.
No, that's good enough.
But I mean, it was a good day rate. I had like 4 or 5 days on the thing, or 6, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I told them, en 'n man is net getroud mee, bro. And she's a freelance actor. That time I was still presenting on Pasella, actually. And, but Pasella paid me peanuts, I mean. But that's not even, hulle het my...
Ik hoor dit van Suid-Afrikaanse dinge is wat soos soms is it die entry level salary.
Do you know Pasella was so rough that I would go to Edgar's, buy clothes to present in, then the next week take it back to Edgar's.
You guys had to get your
I
own clothes?
fucking did it, bro. Yeah, we had to get our own clothes, yes. Because you asked him, what must you wear? You must look like a presenter. Okay, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Ek kom nou net van drama school, aan my klere gatte in. That's how I roll. I mean, I'm not the best dresser. I know that. I don't...
You have been seen and documented eating raw ginger.
Oh, yeah,
Ek weet jy's 'n cayenne pepper drinker.
Yeah.
And you live a very healthy lifestyle.
I try.
What is the worst thing you eat to stay healthy, you would say?
You know, I was on Survivor. Let me tell you
Yes.
this. I was on Survivor, and Survivor wasn't difficult for me because whatever I found, I ate. When I'm Muslims, we fast. So staying away from food isn't difficult. So when they gave me coconut, and I could find a random raw shell and whatever the mollusk thing was, and it needs to eat, that's all right. Because when we fast, Muslims, we stay without food for the whole day.
Yeah.
You're not even water. So the worst thing for me is there's no such. I think what is the worst? I don't.
Well,
cringe.
they eet die worst things, Ivan. Dis is alles net.
Yeah, I eat raw
kan dit
ginger.
alles
It's not a
eet.
bad thing. Ek sal 'n ei eet in raw. It's not. Have you ever tried the onion raw? It's not
No,
bad.
this is
It's
the
nice.
face. This is the face that makes me feel like when you say that.
No.
When I hear eat an onion.
No,
raw.
it's not even that bad.
Ah.
And onion has a little bit of a sweetness to it, actually.
Fair though. I have seen people just straight up eat it.
Yeah.
And
And
then
onion is good for testosterone, by the way, for the guys.
Hey. En ons het die tamatie eet, especially for you.
Wie eet die tomaat nie?
Ek eet die tamatie.
Ja, ek het ook deur 'n fase gaan, maar
Ek eet die tomatoes
I
nie.
eat tomatoes now.
I can't. It makes me.
Baby tomatoes is nice. Koop vir jou 'n pakkie baby tomatoes by Woolworths. Try it. Tomato is a fruit also, by the way.
Yes.
My daughter told me, Dad, it's a fruit, it's not a veg.
Yeah, there's the seed in the middle. Huh?
Yeah.
There it is.
So yeah. Maar as
Nah,
tomaties, eet die baby tomaat.
Maybe. Maar ja, ek gaan maar met die ei go, dink ek. Ek dink nou dat ons by tamatie gekom het, go ek maar met die ei.
Is it?
One time so.
Wow, is it? So bad.
So bad is tomato. It's not.
Jo.
It's
Is
not.
it tomatiesauce?
Ek drink basis tomatiesous.
Dis
baie weird. As
Dis,
baie weird. Ek eet tomatiesous op enige ding, op
So-
alles. Maar
So
tamatie
hoekom
kan ek nie eet.
pureed in hierdie dingie? Blend die ding en eet dit dan. Is gesonder.
Gebruik dit as 'n sous.
Ja.
Maybe. Nah, I don't know. No one can convince me.
Really?
It,
Is that kyk my se gesig vir tomaties. Jo.
I think it's Satan's food. I don't
Yo.
know. It's not.
Very good. Apparently very good for lots of things. I think
Yes.
cancer prevention and all these kinds of things.
A superfood.
It's a
I
superfood.
recognize this.
Okay.
I would have loved to have loved tomato. I think my problem is just, if a thing doesn't fit, the puzzle doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. There's no. I will die a man who has. The times he has eaten tomato.
Alright, nou Vito se som wil kry, sit net 'n bietjie tamatie op. Right?
Go on.
Yeah.
No, but so all the things you eat to stay healthy are good.
It is alright. I mean, ginger's alright. I mean, I'm now on this cayenne pepper thing that I'm drinking quite often. Yeah, it's I'm 46 and I'm an actor, so to kind of you gotta just do what you gotta do, man.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's right when they say you don't look 46 though.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't know. Why do you think that is? Is that the jump or the food? Or the jam and the food?
Yeah, this is, I worked with a lot of actors. Sidwan Joel, Uncle Sid is now 70 odd, and Ayman is so. I think it's the fact that we as actors, we live in the imaginary world like children. So that creative part of our brains are always active. And I think that's, ek praat miskien strong, but I mean, it, and then that youthfulness somehow with this playfulness that we are doing all the time, imaginary,
Yeah.
It's kind of.
And if you really think about that, how someone who is not in that mindset for 20 years after already having been an adult, how they look older than they actually are.
Yeah.
Want hulle was ouer.
Yeah, so I saw some girls, I met some girls yesterday in a restaurant, and they're younger than me, I'm pretty sure, but she said, look so old, man. I was like, yo, Owens, what's going on, girls? Why though?
What's happening out here?
Yeah, you should have been actors.
The two of you specifically should have been actors.
No. I'm gonna stop. Yo.
Hey, listen, man.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that you were in the first Muslim TV wedding?
I didn't even know.
Suid-Ooster, Rafiq.
Yeah, I realized it afterwards. They told us
that
it was the
first time a Muslim wedding has happened
on TV.
on television in South Africa.
Good up, big ups to Sid Wester for doing it, yeah.
Big
And,
ups.
and I must tell you that actress, Desiree Gardner, if ever there is a good actress that is so giving and you know, when you work with people, you want people to be giving and unselfish, and it's not all about them, and they won't tell you how to say the lines or that kind of thing, you know. She's an unselfish actress, but all of them are great. All of the actors on set was great, and they would never like. But that one in particular, she'd come and ask me, because how do you want to do, you know, that kind of thing. I learned a lot from that girl. Baie.
Wow.
Yeah, ek het baie geleerd van haar in terme van, because it's a very technical, multicam is very technical, and she just had the gift of the gab in terms of that man, you know.
Figuring that of
Die
navigating.
technical goede en om het te doen, ja. She's very good. And she was so forthcoming with, like, sy sang nou 'n number van Mashallah, Mashallah. She had us in stitches all the time. But she's a really cool actress, yeah. Baie cool. Baie cool mens.
Yeah, no, I was surprised when I read it. I was like, do you mean to tell me we've had television in this country since the 80s? Yeah? Was it earlier, the 70s?
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Dit my ma het geraas toe gestap met die battery, die car battery te charge.
Is it?
Sodat sy kan terugstap.
Ja.
Nou, maar sy los die battery by die garage op pad skool toe. Hulle het charge. Sy kry die battery. As sy huis toe gaan, as TV moes nog nie aan nie. TV moes net aanseker in prime time. En wag hulle vir 7 uur.
So van watter jaar is hy nou?
My ma is in 70 gebore.
Okay.
So hy is omtrent...
Ek ook, by the way. I could have been your dad.
No, you're in 78.
I'm 78.
You're 78.
Hoe lang jy kan? I could have... Call me daddy.
Yeah, I mean, you would have been a young father.
Call me daddy, Clem. Call me daddy.
Oh my God, I can't believe that just happened right
Yeah,
now.
but wow, so your mom, yeah. Look, I don't know, I mean, we...
Ja, het die levens uit.
But you have any neighbors? Oh wow, she's funny. She's neighbors. Oh wow. Yeah, I remember running to neighbors' houses to watch that movie. I all silver. I don't know if you probably don't know this one. That guy was a white guy on a horse, and then he had like this sidekick Indian guy. Maar it was my bro, then just watching, like running to go watch these people on TV and standing by, sy staan by die mense voordeur.
Ja, it's a TV, bro. Sy gaan iets op 'n skerm aan.
5 o'clock.
That's nog black and white that time.
Black and white, yeah, black and white.
For the technical.
Yeah.
What a time. You mentioned the multicam and how good some actors are with navigating it.
Yeah.
Chris David het ook saam ons gepraat van hoe hy het nou theater en die multicam soapie goed gecompare, hoe anders hoe dat hom in die begin heeltemal amper uitgegooi het. But you do more movies than you do theater, right? How different is those experiences, soapie against film?
Soapie against film.
Yeah.
So soap is very technical in terms of you're limited in terms of your movement. The camera wants you to do certain things within that paradigm. So you're in a box. So whereas when you do a film, you'll block. You know, before you shoot this film, you'll block the scene. You'll walk around. The director will see, oh, these are your choices. This is how you're going to play the scene. The DOP is standing behind us all, watching everything.
But his camera is still in the air.
Exactly. So you know this. And then the DOP will say, okay, cool. I see what you're doing there. We'll follow you. But on a set, in studio, a director comes with shots in mind already that are so...
set in stone.
And limiting that you don't really have space to... And so I'm still... I think struggling with ek sukkel because I'm the type of guy when I'm in a scene. I can't still be thinking about I have to turn here and on this, you know what I mean? Everything is almost it comes from a subconscious place for me acting, I think. So this technical thing is very prefrontal. It's a dink. So for me, I'm more alive. I'm not alive in character because I'm thinking too much.
I was just about to ask, how does that? Because you're essentially...
For me, other people can do it because I'm terrible at it.
Because you're essentially in character with Irshaad at the front, keeping your character in order, right?
Yes. But then also remembering those technical things.
Yeah.
a person like Desiree Gardner, she would get it, and we spent a lot of scene. Boom, she gets it. I was like, Des, how did you do that? But no. I gotta sit there, focus, and run it through my head. Okay, cool. I don't know. And some people can, some people just can't. For my is it nogal niet so.
Yeah, no. He also said for him, it almost threw him completely out of acting in Soapy.
It feels robotic for me.
That's what he
because I'm thinking. I'm thinking, and you as a character, you don't want to be thinking. You want to be in the moment. You're talking to me. What is he saying? What is he saying? He's moving. Did he just fucking say? Did you just say that? That's the kind of the thing. So I can't be thinking that when he says that line, I gotta move. It's like, I gotta that's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Theater is nou heel anders. It's like, you've got all the space and...
it's almost, you almost get more space than...
It almost feels almost four-dimensional theater because it's got all this big space that you can work in. Yeah, which ek is bang vir theater. Ek het lanklaas theater gedoen, my bro. I'm afraid of theater right now.
Bang in termen van...
You know why I say...
It's enticing you and you
It is enticing me and I need to go. And as amper soos hy Brad sê, kom man. Go stick it. En ek is soos, my bro, ek smaak hier. Ek kan nie, hoe gaan ek dit doen? I don't know how. There's gonna come a time.
When you...
Yeah.
When your voet op by stage gaan en...
Yeah. I suppose, yeah.
Ek gaan aanneem dat jy jou regterskoen vanoggend eers aangetrek.
Ja, hoekom?
Want daai se ding wat jy doen. Jy trek jou regterskoen eers aan.
Hoe weet jy daai? Hoe weet jy daai?
My vraag is,
how do you know this? That's fucking weird. Hoe weet jy daai?
When I do my research, I find
You're freaking me out now.
I find it.
Was jy in ons driveway volgens
I find the truth. Not the truth. I find the things behind the things that were said.
How did you know that? How do you know?
You may have made a throwaway comment in some it was a casual interview maybe, where you, I don't know how, it wasn't even about shoes or anything, and you spoke about it, and to say the regterskoen eerste. Iemand trek jou skoene aan. Toe sê jy vir haar regterskoen eerste.
I know where. Fuck, you're not gonna get me. I know exactly where. We were making the
Tinka Dokkies. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're perceptive, young man. I gotta give you that.
I got it. And my question was...
Yes?
That's a superstition, right?
It's not. It's sinistre, which means sinister, bad in Latin. And dextre, which is the right one. This is rechte hand. This is the right way to do it. This is the left. This is the... Sinistre is bad. So even the Romans and the Latin people did that. Sinistre is... That's why you're ambidextrous. You're both...
That's why ek daai woord gehoor het. Die dexterous. Langs en rechts gaan.
Yeah, so but it's also... So I think I would go so far as to say even Jesus may have done that because that's what the people did in the Middle East. And I would go we definitely do that in Islam. So we do the right hand first. That's why we shake your hand. That's why we shake your hand with the right hand, And it's also rechtervoet eerste. But it maybe could be seen as a superstition.
No, I was just about to say obviously jy moet nog gesien hoe ligteliks ek het gekry het.
Yeah.
So ek het die al my informasie evidently gehad, ironically plot twist.
Wow. That's van the behind the scenes of Tinka Dokkies,
En ek was van I wanted to ask if there's any other things like that in your work or daily life that you abide by.
I don't know. There's so much. I was going to say something stupid, but no. I mean, when we Muslims, when we go to the bathroom, we use the left hand to clean ourselves.
Yes.
That's it. What else? But I mean,
that's
But wow, the fact that you know that scared, that freaked me out a bit.
Regtervoet eerste.
Regtervoet eerste.
Yeah. You have already had run-ins met Suidooster fans, anti-Suidooster fans.
Yeah.
Who struggles to separate.
Yes.
Or to see logically that Irshaad and Rafiq not the same. Not even only one of them is a person.
Shame man, Ek verstaan ook waarvan hulle kom.
Yes, you explain. was verstaanbaar.
Ja.
Die is in hulle sitkamer.
But that was with the storyline
ja.
where Rafik wanted to. There was this whole thing about erfgeld and
Ja.
and there's this Islamic way to erfgeld, and he wanted it to have done in the Islamic way, but there was another will which was like the Western secular way to do it, but toe ek weet nie wat kan jy in die storyline onthou nie, maar die auntie kwaad geraak met Rafik en my so geslaan op die skouer op 'n ding. Ek kwaad remember what it was could have been at a spa or something where I was, and but it wasn't just the auntie, it was a couple of people that got upset about what my character had done, and I'm like, okay, wag man. Yeah, that's weird to feel.
It's weird.
I think it's weird, but I also understand it. I don't think we don't realize the power of media. Media is extremely powerful, you know, and I both love and can't stand the fact that media is so powerful, because if you think about it, you can literally change people's minds
Double-edged sword.
Exactly, it is exactly like you say, it's a double-edged sword. And there always used to be this aphorism, art imitates life. But now we see more and more that life is imitating art, and people are copying what they are seeing a rapper, an actor, or a show is doing, you know, and with great power comes great responsibility. I do think certain people that make things are irresponsible. I'll even go so far as to say that I don't even want to make another gangster film again, because I know people have copied me and what they've seen from me in Four Corners. And I take responsibility for that, because my job, as you know, as an actor, is to be honest, you know. And if you're going to tell me play whatever, I'm going to be as brutally honest as I can. And even if it means I must be disgusting, in fact, you kind of enjoy going to those depths and getting yourself, you do. Doing the research, I had to find generale and speak to them, and you know, and I had to write down, I had to walk with a group of people that were known as Americans, and I just this was in Ramadan, and I would just walk with them in their area, literally with a book taking notes, you know, and so I became this character, but what I did not realize was that children would not see the moral of the story, which is the bad guy dies, which is what happens to Hassan. Children, really, actually, what happens to the children is they just go, this is, they see the guy's hands moving, and then they kind of pick that up and they want to do that, because we've glamorized gangsterism, which is the reason why the rap game also freaks me out, because it's a bit rough. The rap,
South African.
I tried to be in the rap, but I was like, do I really want to? It's too aggressive, you know. It's too aggressive.
I see what you mean.
Rap, the music is done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm still not sure yet. Like, I wouldn't let my daughters or my children listen to any rap music.
Thanks.
No, they're 10 years old. They're kids, man. And I got to teach them morals and things, and you know.
Oh, rap music of all time, though.
Yeah, and so that music is on all the time, and kids can listen to it.
Yeah.
I went to a festival, and I had to MC this festival, and my heart was broken. A friend of mine did the festival. One of the rappers, I'm not going to mention the festival or whatever, and I was the MC. I didn't know this rapper. He's from Cape Town, and he did this song where he went, "Ya hoes, no dollar, yo," and it was all about this gangster stuff. And these kids, man, these are in the platteland, my bro, man. And I saw these kids just going, and lifting up their fingers, and I thought, no, children, no. So that's the reason why I stepped away from the rap game, or take a break, or I ate this.
Yeah.
Because with media, great power comes great responsibility. You're going to turn some kids into some kind of guy wielding his fingers, wanting to, you know, disrespect.
What is the remedy for that?
The remedy is, you see, the problem is, there's no age limit on the radio station.
Yeah.
And you can't tell a parent, your kid can't go to the show, because how do you police all of that? It's moeilijk. The remedy is, I think the people that make the rap music gotta go, okay, cool, man, this is a big thing that I'm doing here, and I could literally climb into people's head. Music has that power. It's a rhythm. Life is rhythm. Great actors know that. Fucking hell. I'm not saying I'm a great actor, but you know that. It's a rhythm. And the rhythm is hypnotic, and it gets into you. We are all vibrating right here, right
Music
now.
Music is the truth, eh? Jy
Exactly.
kan nie stop nie.
Maar so jy kan enigheid sê in music and it'll hit somebody and it will vibrate with them and then they walk with it. So is gevaarlik, hy ding. Ek het al baie numbers gehoor van mense wat is 'n bietjie te gangsterig vir my, man. It's too much. And what's happening? Cape Town, I mean, I can speak for myself.
Yeah.
More murders now than there's ever been. And I think we've got to either work against that, not add more to it, you know? That's wat ek dink. Ekskuus man, daar was nog 'n bietjie van 'n rent.
Wat? Nee. Perfek, want ek is besig om daaroor te dink.
You see the model of the story in a film many times for young children goes over their head. What they see is that immediate bit or piece where you say something cool as a gangster.
Ja.
And then that lives with them.
Yes.
Verstaan jy? Daai stukkie, Ricardo, whatever that, you know what I mean? And then that stays with them. They don't see the moral of the story. And for me, I've been struggling with this. I'm 46 now. I've been doing this whole thing now for almost 17, 18 years. I don't know how long. And I've been struggling with it for a long time, you know, since I made Four Corners, which is now 10, 11 years, 12, whatever. But I've been struggling with it. I've been going, how do I have an idea.
Talk to me.
In fact, I'm writing on it. Nah, I can't talk about that.
Oh, I just not talk about it.
In fact, I just had it proofread. And somebody says they liked it. Yeah, so we'll see, you know. God willing.
Cool, man. Yeah, we'll wait. I
get the grace and I can make that movie.
And daar's 'n groot call vir dit nou.
Yeah, people said Four Corners 2 and all of that. Ek weet nie of ek weer 'n gangster wil speel nie, man. I don't think if I wanna.
Ek dink dis klaar.
I won't say I'm done. I won't say I'm done. Ek sal nie seker is klaar met die gangster character nie. I wouldn't say that. Because it's such an integral part of me, how I grew up.
How do we keep that or show it as it is differently so that the message is at the forefront instead of the cool thing?
When we made Four Corners, I never thought that people would like me. The character, Hassan, American. I never thought.
Going into it.
I thought they're gonna fucking hate this guy. And I'm gonna make them hate this guy. Because I want them to hate this guy. So I played a bad guy, you know. But it turned out they loved me, you know. And I'm saying that without any hubris. Hulle was mal oor die character. I was in the front of the poster. The character. Boom. I didn't expect that. I was the bad guy. The front of the poster should have been the kid and his father. Yeah. I think when we make these characters, we got to be careful how much airtime we give them. It's all in the storytelling. And I think, and I mean, I have great respect for those people that made the film Four Corners. I love Ian Gabriel. He's a really cool guy.
You've worked with many times.
Yeah. And we just made another film, finished another film now. But I still think, you know, we did it because a film like that has never been done before. But in Cape Town, about the numbers and all of that.
Yeah, that was the first time we had seen something like that.
Yeah, and about the gang world.
Yeah.
But I still think that next time I'm in something like that, I would put more thought into... Because what is the objective? The objective for me as an actor is to do great work. But the objective, the super objective of us in society is to make a better world, man. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I think that's our job. You know, because die wereld is kaka buite. Yeah. It means people are dying. It's quite hectic. You know, it's dark world. You know, it's like it's crazy. So I don't want to add to that. Ek wil dit nie erger maak nie, man. That is my ding.
En ek kan sien, maar actually, dis wat ek actually wil vra is something like the Daily Voice in 2018. Rip to the Daily Voice, actually.
Yeah.
They described you as South Africa's favorite scollie.
Is it?
Ja, in 2018. Dink jy, dit het geweet nie. Maar dink jy het was daai sentiment in South Africa where we've glamorized, literally.
We romanticize about the gang world. Me too. I romanticize.
For real?
I do, yeah. It's in my genes. My father was in prison. My broer, as hy saam met praat, my broer, you should hear my brother speak to me. He's a heroin addict. And him and I can have the best, I can be my realest self with my brother. My broer, like, that's how my brother speaks to me. You know? So, this gang world is an integral part of of us as a society. But I somehow wish we could flip it and let it serve society as opposed to cannibalize on its own people. And I think that's how we do that. Yo, my bro, ek weet nie hoe nie.
That's tough.
I don't know how.
Niemand waarmee ek al gepraat het, there are very few people who've shared these sentiments, waarmee ek saamstem, ons is nog bezig om aan te werk. Right? Ons is nog bezig om my antwoord te kry in terme van hoe ons het gemaak het. En niemand van julle wil die remove. You guys don't want to erase or say it's not happening, or say it's not here, or these types of characters don't exist, or they shouldn't be included in the story.
Yeah.
We're just looking for a different way
to
incorporate all the elements.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because they do exist in our society, and we do as a community, we do romanticize about them and the gang world and whatever. But I think somehow we have to tell the story differently. It's all about how you tell the story, and that it will change. And I'm definitely not going to be the one that says horse and Sodala in a song. I did make a song once. Every song with Gangster, and you will hear me say go to school. Every song I've ever made, you'll hear me say go to school. Because I believe, I'll say if your horse gaan school to go to school. You know what I mean? I just said the horse, I'm contradicting myself. But I'm telling you, go to school, which is not go to gangsters.
Yeah, I said net horsey.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
As horse.
Yeah.
Go to school.
Exactly, yeah. It's just, the language we use is not so important, but the message is important.
Yeah.
And in every song I've ever made, besides the one where Youngster and I made, How Your Man Dop, I didn't tell people, go to school. But I mean, I tell kids go to school because I think that's important. Because believe it or not, I didn't finish high school. I didn't, and I think there's a lot of that happening in Cape Town. I can only talk about Cape Town, and I think we schools need to be better. Teachers need to be more. Our teachers mustn't just come out with a degree in teaching. Hulle moet kom with a degree in how to deal with traumatized children also.
Facts.
And
right?
Exactly. Come out or write a paper on, do your honors and write a paper on how the school, this specific school in Nova Park can be better. Go study the school, do your honors in that. And then do your masters in how the schools in Cape Town can be better. Why are we doing this fell swoop, same kind of education for Amal? Our society is so messed. Kids need help with gangsters. Daar's laities wat kos het, daar's laities wat elektrik het by die huis of join of wat. I say keep those kids at school and let the shop right in a Nova Park that's making so much money from all the people over there, let them pay for that school. Let their tax money go there. Shoprite, ek sê, hoekom? Daar's 'n groot Shoprite in 'n Nova Park. Hoekom kan hy Shoprite se geldie gaan na 'n Nova Park High of Mount View High in 'n Nova Park? Why must that money go to SARS first? And then if it does end up at that school, it does. No, that money can go directly there. You know?
Kan letterlik.
Yeah, you can say Shoprite can say ons tax gaan direk na high school toe.
No, they could.
Why? Yeah.
We could get really creative with solutions.
It's not even that difficult.
As ons regtig wou.
Daai arme mense van 'n Nova Park, as security guards, hulle maak huise skoon, whatever, but they all go to Shoprite.
Yeah.
They all go to Shoprite. Shoprite blom lekker, you know.
Yeah.
That money from Shoprite that they're paying the tax can go to Nova Park High, or if there's no Nova Park, Mount View High. In Nova Park. Hoekom? Dieselfde in die George, dieselfde in die Bontewil, dieselfde in die Kailicha, dieselfde in die Delft, the same thing. The big corporates are making money, the money must go directly to the schools. And I think the people facilitating that money, hulle penzula, soos hulle sê, they steal the money, you know? That's just, if there's money in front of you, people are going to steal.
Yes, and if the money was being used properly, we'd see that. Yeah. So we know what's going on.
Exactly, yeah.
Our country, man.
Yeah.
Our world. Should I say our world?
Our world, yeah. We have a ways to go, but ons kan dit regmaak, man. I think
as hoop.
Ek dink as hoop. Ek dink die laities gaan wakker skrik. I think they're going to become aware. As long as they can step out and take a good look at themselves, like a lot of us did, you know.
True.
And say, okay, alright, wat kan 'n man doen?
Ja. Nou met die en jy het mos nou al gepraat oor jou hoërskool daar.
Ja.
Your youth.
Ja.
How the things you've grown from out of your youth.
Ja.
Right? Maar my vraag is actually of daar enige iets is van die tyd which you learned in that time that you still keep with you today.
So when I was living in Woodstock, which is just here, we used to do a lot of. So this guy just came out of prison. I was like 15, and I'm not gonna mention his name.
No.
And he started like this thing with us, like a couple of guys from the hood, and we like did crime, you know,
Yeah.
a brandbraak, whatever.
Yeah.
And I never came out of a house where there wasn't food or we had food, but I just always hung out with the bad guys because my pa, I didn't really know him, but I knew he was a man about the street, and he was, you know, whatever. My pa's bijnaam was bloedplat, you know. So now we hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
And I remember he looking at me and he saying, he called me Satsi. Jay Satsi. Ois, hou die blink aan poe, man. I think he was seeing me beat down, and I was like, wow, what does that mean, you know? So that, you know, ek was 'n laity as daar gedig is of 'n ding, ek was 'n laity, ek wil altyd gelees het by die skool. But nou sê hou die ding blink aan poe. What is it? I'm trying to find meaning in it, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, okay, wow, it doesn't matter what your situation is, how you're feeling, just hou die blink aan poe. And that stuck with me. I'll never mention the guy's name.
But that's actually beautiful.
That stuck with me. Hou die blink aan poe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, see the silver lining.
Yes. And
you know,
I mean forever.
This gangster that just came out of prison that was indoctrinating me to break into these bloody places here and into the car, who told me, Kiki, hou die blink aan poe. I thought, wow, okay. And I suppose there's a couple of things. And also just, man, stand your man, do your thing, you know?
Yeah.
Be a man, you know?
There's certain...
stuff that you learn there that
Yes.
I suppose helped me.
Yes.
Helped me, yeah.
And that can only be beautiful,
Yeah.
you know?
There's definitely some good things you can take from that
silver
world.
lining. Jy het gepraat oor hoërskool en dit nie deursien nie.
Yeah, that's a tough one. A lot of people hold it against me.
I don't hold it against you.
Yeah.
Because my question is going to be about your mother was an English teacher.
I was a teacher, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Was it in Athlone or was she net van Athlone?
Mitchell's Plain.
Mitchell's Plain.
Yeah,
But she's from Athlone.
Yeah. Man did his research. It's good, man.
And my question was, now it is.
Yeah.
How was she with the high school thing? And then
Was dropping out of school.
yeah. And
No, I think she was just tired of me. I was just ek was die mekaar as a teenager, I think. I think she was moeg. I mean, ek was 'n laat lammetjie. Last child. She didn't have a husband to help her. Ek is kom geroek huis toe met gaan like that kind of thing, and I think she just was she didn't know how to control me. I think I was a terrible teenager, and I up until today I hold it against her that she didn't keep me in school, because I think ek is eintlik 'n bietjie van 'n nerd. Het ek besef later in my lewe. Ek is 'n bietjie van 'n nerd. Ek hou van goed wit, you know. But I also think so she just didn't. Ek gesê mami moet my skool toe gaan nie, because they expelled me by Treffs, daai dom skool. Hulle my expel ja vir bank. Maar ook ek het baie gebank, ek het seker vir maande gebank. But still man, ek het myself expel. Hoe kyk jy Treffs? How do you expel hulle? Like I'm sien die laity is, you know,
like
figure out the kid out, you know. That's why I say our schools aren't equipped for the laities, ja. Hulle is equipped, man.
True.
En ek dink ons daai ding van die mense net 'n graad gee en hy's 'n klomp. My vrou is onderwyseres. I did the Oedipus thing and married a teacher. This is like my mother's a teacher. But ek dink teachers can beter doen, man. And I think because schools are such a foundational, like this moet skool toe gaan.
Yes.
And
good obvious for
so you gotta figure them out. And you gotta, as you can see, die laity is 'n welder eintlik. You know? Of die then get a way to get him there.
Why is that so difficult?
It's not at all. It's because it's odd. You tell me that.
Like, I don't understand it.
You tell
like,
me that.
Die hele wêreld gaan beter wees.
Exactly.
As almal is waar hulle goed is en gelukkig is.
No, it would be easier if you take kids and you sort them out. Kyk, weet jy wat maak hulle in Japan? I don't know if you know this, and I stand corrected. But what they do in Japan is they teach their kids to clean and to have manners with each other for the first year or two. So it's all about cleaning the class, doing functional things, how to be in society.
Good human, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
As opposed, so those are your rudiments. Jy bou die wêreld op met die kind se wêreld op met daai. You know, you start with how to be a human being, clean your class, pick up your papers, fold your bed, make whatever, feed the quad, whatever. And those little things that we don't teach, the parents don't teach because we don't really have good parents here.
Yeah.
You know, our parents are too busy paying their bonds or whatever. Those things go out of the window, but they see beginsels.
Yes.
If you don't have that, then you have nothing actually.
You don't. It's
Japan do it. Japan do it. The Japanese do it.
Yeah, the Japanese have some things figured out.
Yeah, they do
now,
it.
Except the economy, but they figured out some things now. They pay their employees to sleep now.
Oh wow.
Because they have a overwork problem. So en ek dink hulle begin sulke goed op te set because they've seen change needed. So they change it.
But that's the thing. Like our society is different. So what do we have? I think we suffer from a lack of integration in South Africa. If it's a story, it's a colored story, it's a black story, it's a Xhosa story, it's a Sotho story, and that's all a lot of nonsense. We should create the world. Like I said, life is now imitating art. So we can create, and Zuid-Ooster's done that by and large. They've kind of made, there's no white or black kind of thing happening there. As almal is saam. Die ene kom in sommer in 'n Muslim huis en dan trou 'n blondine met 'n Muslim and or you know, there's everybody's accepted and everybody and so what? You different. Let's love, let's move on. Okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Maar dis wat ons moet doen in Suid-Afrika is this integration, you know. We lack, ons doen nie daai nie man. Jy weet, Kyliet's is nog altyd daar, Manenberg is nog altyd daar, Gamsmith is nog altyd hier, Constantia is nog altyd daar. That's how we live in South Africa, and if you are smart with the arts, you will know that integration is the way to go. That's probably how to, I mean, Gaitan moet die wys raak. How do you build a nation? Hy was nou Minister of Arts.
Yes.
How do you build a nation? You got to create some kind of integration. People must want to love and live with each other.
True.
You know, and you can create that with the arts.
Yeah.
Like I told you, life is imitating art. Now, art doesn't imitate life anymore. Life, people copy what they see on freaking TV. En ek wil nogal hê okay, jy moet hy sien. Ek hoop hy sien dit. I think hy is wise. Hy weet mos so. So let's
well, guys, that was our episode with actor, producer, writer, rapper, Mr. Irshaad Ally. Irshaad, thanks so much, man.
It's a pleasure.
Ons waardeer zo.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's really a pleasure to be here. And man, I hope your show grows from strength to strength.